What is going on, Taurus Squad? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. So, guys, happy 2026. I hope you guys are doing well. All right, guys. So, I went to go visit my grandmother in Dominican Republic. I just got back like 2, 3 days ago. But yeah, it was beautiful. It was fun. I was there for the full moon. I was able to be in the ocean that day. So, it was just a very beautiful journey into the new year. All right, so I hope it stays that way, and I hope you guys are doing well. All right, so guys, it is Thursday, January 8th, when I'm recording this, but whenever you find it is when it's meant for you to hear. Keep in mind, it could be your energy that I'm picking up on, or the energy of someone or something around you. And just a disclaimer, my loves, okay, I will never contact you personally for a personal reading, all right? The only thing you'll ever get from me is emails from my website giving you like discounts or like letting you know I'm going on vacation, okay? But I will never DM you personally. All right, so Taurus Squad, what is going on? 1:11 on the clock. All right, new beginnings. I love this. All right, so let's start with the past. What is going on for Taurus in the past here? And this deck I'm using, guys, is called Tarot of Oneness. People always ask. All right, so I'll get ahead of the question. Past, present, and future. What is going on with Taurus Squad? Starting with the past. Okay, so we have the Seven of Swords reversed. The Sun card reversed. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Taurus. So something definitely came to light. Something was exposed. And whether this was a good or bad thing, it works to your benefit with the Queen of Pentacles, because it's something that adds to your character, adds to your life, it adds to the good circumstances around you. All right, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands, the Tower card reversed, and the Eight of Wands. So whatever came out, all right, whatever came to light, whatever you found out, or whatever, again, was exposed, this is something that helps you to dodge a bullet. This is something that helps you to move forward and to get into action, to get things going, all right? And deep down inside, there's something here, Taurus, that you knew needed to end. There's something that you were emotionally drawn to or emotionally connected to. Okay, so I feel like something was exposed, yes, but it gave you that push. Y'all know we could be a little stubborn sometimes. All right, so let's look at this past situation, starting with the Seven of Swords reversed. Why is the Seven of Swords reversed here? We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Swords reversed. Okay, so something is exposed, something comes to light, but you know which way you need to move forward. And I see you guys moving forward very methodically. Like you're thinking things out. You're not taking a step without thinking, how will this affect me, or what will this do for my life? You're being very methodical. And with the Four of Swords reversed, like it helps you to take some sort of blindfold off. It helps you to have this aha moment. It helps you to, you know, like I just feel like you had some sort of epiphany. All right, so something comes to light, and it just it tells you exactly how to move forward. All right, because I think that what came out, I think that it was connected to something that you didn't wish for. Okay, something was exposed to some extent, and you're like, I don't want that. That's not me. I don't want to be associated to this. Okay, and it's something that I feel like could have made you unhappy, or it's something that or it's something that could have shown you, look, I don't want to manifest on this anymore, or I don't want to be part of this anymore, or I don't want this to be my story anymore. Okay, but I'm seeing that something came out that wasn't seen before. Okay, so maybe it's something that you didn't realize, maybe it's something that people around you didn't realize, but it all leads to happiness, and it leads to moving forward, you know, in a way that makes sense, in a way that you have strength. Okay, so something could have came out in kind of like a chaotic sense, but Taurus, I think that it was very much needed. Okay, so the next card we have here is the Sun card reversed. So why is the Sun card reversed here for your past? Why is the Sun card reversed here for Taurus Squad? We have the Devil. And And we have the Judgment card, which in this deck is called Awakening. And I think that that's so appropriate just for the energy that I'm feeling because, guys, this could have been a toxic person around you. This could have been a toxic mindset, a toxic habit. But something was exposed, and it was something that wasn't the best thing, whether it was for you or whether I had to do with someone or something around you. But with this being exposed, you're able to make the call that needed to be made. All right? You're able to move in the way that you needed to move. Okay? And this could have been something that was blocking you. Okay? For some of you, maybe you were going through something and maybe you didn't know how to get out of it, and maybe you found a way to because of something being exposed. Maybe you got the help that you needed. Maybe you got the push that you needed. Okay? But it helped you to stop collaborating with something or with someone that just, it wasn't good for you. Okay? And I feel like this was a long time coming. And I feel like this was like a very unstable energy that was attached to this. And now you're whole. Now you're at one. Because again, I just feel like something needed to come to the surface. All right? It was time for something to come to the surface. It was time for you to see the truth of something, or maybe those around you to see the truth of something. Okay? And you're better off for it, Taurus. Okay? We have the Queen of Pentacles here. So why is this Queen of Pentacles here for your past? Why is the Queen of Pentacles here for your past? We have the World card reversed. We have the Strength card. And we have the Knight of Swords reversed. Okay. There's something that because it was exposed, you're so much stronger for it. It wasn't something you couldn't handle. It's something that is having you live in your truth. Okay. There could be a part of you in the past that still had to close something out. You still had to get over something, but there was something reckless here, Taurus. There's something that did need to be addressed. Okay. And I feel like, again, whatever happened allowed you to address this. We have the King of Swords reversed. We have the Lovers card reversed. Three of Wands reversed. So with the King of Swords reversed, this is someone that could be abusive mentally, physically, emotionally, and or verbally. Okay, so maybe this is something external to you that now you're, parting ways with it. You don't want to be part of it. You see how detrimental something was. If you guys were taking on the energy of the King of Swords reverse, then, again, it's something that you could have been doing that was very damaging, or something you could have been exposed to that was very damaging. But your spirit just no longer resonated with this. And now that something is exposed, you're able to dodge a bullet. Okay? I think things could have been much worse in a situation if something wasn't exposed. So I think the exposure was necessary here. Okay? And guys, give me a second. My dog is crying, so let me just let her out of her little space. Oh, she was right in front of me. Sorry, y'all. Okay. So, present moment. Let's see what is going on in the present moment. Well, what's up? What's wrong? What is going on in the present moment for Taurus Squad? We have the Temperance card reversed. The Five of Wands. And we have the Moon card. Okay. Tauruses, like I said in the beginning of this, we could be very stubborn sometimes. And it's not, out of ignorance. It's because when we see something that works for us, we're going to stick to it. Like, why fix something, if it's not broken? But there's something here that you're aware, you're so fully aware of how problematic it is. You're so fully aware of how the fact, your spirit does not resonate with something. Okay? So you're protecting yourself from this because with whatever this is, you are not in tune or as in tune with your higher self as you should be. Okay? This is a time right now, guys, that I want you to pay attention to your energy and how you feel in certain areas or around certain people or in certain places. Okay, if there is something that makes your spirit uneasy, even if you're not 100% sure why, okay, just trust yourself. All right, trust that uneasiness and trust yourself to, protect yourself from whatever's making you uneasy. Okay, we have the Temperance card reversed. So why is this here for your present moment? We have the Knight of Cups. And we have the Eight of Wands. Okay. So guys, in the present moment, I feel like there was something that had your spirit a little bit uneasy. But I feel like you get some sort of for a lot of you it's going to be verbal confirmation, all right? Or it's just something that's happening here that it puts you at peace, it puts you at ease. You have the Knight of Cups here. So I feel like you're able to breathe. I feel like you're in a good emotional place. Some of you could be dealing with the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio throughout all of this, okay? But it's like you protected your spirit from something that was making you uneasy. Your spirit just suddenly feels at ease with something that you didn't feel at ease with before, okay? So let's look at the Five of Wands. Now, the Five of Wands, this is your central card, your central energy, what everything taps into. All right, so why is this so important, this Five of Wands? Because the Five of Wands, that talks about inner turmoil you could have. It could also talk about issues you have with people, places, or things that, just bother you. We have the Magician, the Ace of Wands reversed, and the Higher Self card reversed here. Okay, so something that was an issue, something that was making your spirit uneasy, it's no longer there. It no longer has power. It no longer has a hold over you. Okay, and this is something that you were being very patient with. You guys were playing things cool. All right, you knew there was a chapter that you had to get past. And Taurus, the Ten of Pentacles, if that's not the most Taurus card, but the Ten of Pentacles, that's wealth, that's prosperity, that's this has the energy of the Wheel of Fortune. It's just you doing very, very well because of something that's dropped. All right, a huge burden is released for you. Okay, and you realize that there's something you have going for you where there's going to be great success. Okay, I feel like you're able to tap back into something. I feel like you're able to breathe. I feel like you're able to really refocus. Okay, you woke up to something. All right, so let's see why this Moon card is here for your present moment. We have the Six of Swords reversed. Okay, with the Six of Swords reversed, I feel like this was a long time coming. 1, 2, 3 on the clock. All right, but I feel like this was a long time coming. I feel like there's something that you've been fighting to get away from, or your spirit has been fighting to get away from, and you're finally getting to calmer waters after quite the battle. Okay, it's like you're realizing what the issue was. And with the Perspective card reverse, I feel like you guys are adjusting your view on something. I feel like before you weren't being fair with yourself with how you were viewing something. Maybe you looked at a situation you were in as worse than what it actually was. All right, but this energy very much feels like, you looking at things in a lighter way, or instead of looking at something and looking at the issues around it, you're focusing more on, okay, well, what can I do? All right, let's not sit here and be worried about what's going on. Like, what can be done about what's going on? Okay, so, your sense of worrying or addressing this, it just seems more, I don't want to say, it just seems more productive in a sense. Okay. You're protecting yourself from injustices. You're protecting yourself from things that didn't seem right. Let's get one more card here. And we have the Three of Wands reverse. So yeah, there was like uneasiness growing in a certain area in your life, and now that's being cut off. Like, you're not allowing that to happen. There's a chapter that's ending. All right, so again, guys, just trust your spirit. If something is making you uneasy, act accordingly. Get away from it. Don't sit there and question why you feel uneasy. Just trust the fact that your spirit feels uneasy, and get yourself, you know, again, out of what's making you feel uneasy, away from what's making you feel uneasy. Okay? But it's like you guys woke up to something, you're able to release such a heavy burden. So, moving forward into the future, Taurus, what can you guys expect in the future here? We have the King of Wands reversed. The Nine of Swords. And we have the Seven of Wands. Okay. I'm seeing something in the future, guys, where Spirit is saying to stand your ground, because I think that something is going to cause more anxiety mentally than what it actually causes in reality. Okay, because there's something that was not fun. There was something kind of like distasteful here that I see you guys coming to. It's like something's coming to an end, and this is something that there was like a lot of uneasiness around it. Okay. But there could be a person, place, or thing around you that kind of adds to the fuel of anxiety. Okay, so like, I'm look at this example, all right? And this doesn't have to be your story, but just an example so I can explain the energy I feel here. Okay, let's say you make a decision and you know deep down in your heart and in your soul that this is going to be a very good decision for you, that it's going to make your life better, that you're going to do better, but then you have someone who's like the devil's advocate that's like, you know, sitting on your shoulder, and they're like, oh, but don't be too excited because I heard of somebody else that did this and everything went wrong for them. You know, so there's going to be someone or something that wants to spew this sense of anxiety into your ear, into your psyche. All right, and that's something where Spirit is saying, don't listen to that shit. Okay, there's something where you may want to celebrate something, or you may feel satisfied with yourself for moving on to the next step in life, or moving on to the next step with whatever. And it's like, again, there's going to be someone or something that could be playing the devil's advocate. And for a second, this may cause you anxiety, and this may cause you to overthink, but Spirit is saying it's already been handled. All right, and that you're in a good place, that there's something that was heavy or confusing, and it's done. All right, so don't let the devil's advocate get into your mind, get into your head, get into your spirit. Okay, because there's something where it's like you've gotten past the hard part, Taurus. All right, but there's going to be like this very untrustworthy energy, or this very like all over the place energy that wants to, again, play that devil's advocate. The best I could say here, guys, is wherever this whole devil's advocate energy is coming from, especially if it's a person, I need you to stop yourself for a moment, and I need you to look at this person. I need you to look at their life. I need you to look at how they live. Okay? And if you could switch places with them, Taurus, would you? And the answer for all of you is going to be no. You would not switch places with this person, place, or thing. You would not want to deal with their issues. You would not want to deal with their bullshit. You would not want to deal with their day-to-day. All right? So why are you going to let them get in your ear? Why are you going to let someone cause you anxiety? Why are you going to let someone that is already unstable get into your head? Because this is giving me the energy of misery loves company. All right? This is giving me the energy of like, Taurus, you're about to celebrate something, and someone's like, no. Sit down. You're celebrating too early. But Taurus says we're very realistic and we're very practical as a sign. Okay? So we're not the type to celebrate too early. We're not. All right? Because if anything, Taurus, we overthink a lot. We really, really do overthink a lot. So For a Taurus to really just sit back and be like that takes a lot. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you are going to be in that place of relief, but it's like someone kind of sees the relief on your face and they're like, why are you relieved? You shouldn't be relieved. All right, you should feel a type of way. And Taurus is like, nah, like I've been felt a type of way. I'm finally letting go of the type of way I felt. I feel relieved, and you're not going to bring me back to that. Like, you're not going to bring me back to anxiety or anything like that. All right, so why is this King of Wands reversed here? Why is this King of Wands reversed here? We have the Death card reversed, and we have the Seven of Cups reversed. And guys, like it's let me know in the comments for sure how this is affecting you personally, because there's something where Taurus really gets the, like, you get the solid okay that something is good. You get the solid okay that something has turned around in your life for the better. Like, it's clear to you. Like, you've had an aha moment already, okay? But there's just, again, this energy that's like chaotic and all over the place and very untrustworthy, that wants to keep you in the area of doubt. It wants to keep you in the area of uncertainty. It wants to keep you in a place where you feel like you can't breathe. All right? And that's some devil energy. That really, really is. Okay? Because there's something that kind of wants to keep you kind of in a mindset or in a place that you no longer belong in. But there's an energy saying, like, no, you're still here. Like, you should still be worried. You should still be suffering. You should still be worried about the next step. And it's just like, no. Taurus is completely past something. And I need you guys to not let any person, place, or thing convince you that you're still in some shit that you're not in. Okay? Because something is done here. And it's like there's a lot of success, but maybe someone or something doesn't want you to see that. And that makes me question a lot. Like, who in your life, Taurus, doesn't want you to feel safe? Who in your life doesn't want you to let out a big sigh of relief? Okay, that shit is whack. Okay. And it's almost as if, like, somebody was thriving off of uncertainty that you may have been going through, Taurus. All right, maybe you were only... maybe someone or something was only useful in your life when you were living in a place of uncertainty. Okay? This is very much giving me the vibes of, oh my God, I forgot the name now. You guys are going to be like, how did you forget it? But what's her name? Ruby or something? Y'all know the show that just came out with the mom who was pretending her daughter was sick, and the daughter was never actually sick, but she lied to her daughter saying she was sick because the mom was sick at the end and the mother needed the daughter to need her. Okay? So she's like, you're sick, you're sick, you're sick, you're sick, you're sick. You know? So this is Taurus, like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm straight. And there's this energy like, no, Taurus, you're sick, sit down. Okay, Taurus? You're realizing who the fuck you are. You guys are waking up. You guys are not sitting at home with excuses. You guys are not feeling bad for yourselves anymore. You guys are getting up and you're fucking things up in the best way possible. All right? And there's an energy that needs for you to think you're sick, to think you're down, to think you're not doing well. There's an energy that thrived on your insecurity or how low you may have felt at a certain moment. Like, there's an energy that was not useful to you unless you felt that way. And I need you guys to realize that. Okay? There could be people, places, or things that thrived off of you feeling like shit, even if it was for a moment. All right? And if someone needs to convince you that you're sick in some way, shape, or form to feel needed by you, I hope that says something. Because there's an energy around you that knows that when you're thriving, it can't touch you. It can't be near you. Because it's no longer in the same frequency as you. And it's not some shit where Taurus is like, oh, I'm better than you, I'm moving on, like, fuck you. Like, no. Because we're going to remember everyone who believed in us. We're going to remember everybody who made us feel better at low times. Like, we're going to hook those people up if we haven't already. Okay? But there's this energy here that's now terrified because it's like, oh shit, Taurus is not seeking my help. Taurus is not seeking my advice. Taurus is not worried about their future now. Taurus knows they're good. Fuck, where do I fit in? And that's what you're moving away from. You're not waking up thinking you're better than everybody and just fuck everybody. No, these are energies that only had a place in your life while you were uncertain, while you weren't feeling good, while you were feeling confused, while you were vulnerable. It could only prey on you during your vulnerability. It could only prey on your fear. It could only prey on your uncertainty. And there's no uncertainty anymore, Taurus. Like you've gotten some sort of message or clarity that like you're good. All right. So we have the Nine of Swords. Why is this here? And guys, Six of Wands at the bottom. So Taurus, you know you're succeeding. You know you're excelling. And it's like someone's, a person, place, or thing is really in their head about that. Like, crap. Where do I fit in Taurus's life when they realize who they really are? There were people, places, and things that, again, were only thriving by you being uncertain of yourself. Okay? And now you're realizing, look, I was in my head for a long time. And a lot of you could have been vibrating slightly lower, okay, than what you truly are meant to. With the perspective card reverse, you're able to look at things and been like, why was I so afraid? Why was I so in my head? Why did I think so low of myself? Why was I operating in not a good way? Okay. And you just become very, very aware that, like, I wasn't operating as best as I could. Okay, so you're being honest with yourself. And there's going to be people angry that you see yourself for who you are. Okay, because for a lot of you, for a moment, I think you did let the world get a hold of you. I think you let the world and society and what people around you think. Like, I think that there was a moment where it did really affect you. And now you're waking up and no one or anything has power over you. Okay, so where does a person stand if they only had power over you while you felt like shit? And now you wake up and it's like, well, damn. I don't know if I have a place in Taurus's life if they're confident, if they're doing well, if they know that they're excelling, if they know that they're past a bad time or a bad experience. Okay, Taurus, there's something that you're truly, truly just, you're over it. You released it. Okay, and Taurus is, sometimes we can hold on to something for a long time, even if it like seems like we're over something. Like, we could go through things and years later still be affected by it and nobody would even know. Okay, because we don't just invest in anything. For Tauruses, like, we are so cool staying home. Like, we're so cool. Like, if you're like, oh, Taurus, I don't like you, I'm never talking to you again. We're like, oh, poor little Tink Tink, shut the fuck up, get out of my face. Who cares? But the things that we hold on to and the things that we love, like, it's rare to come by it. Okay, like me personally, guys, like, of course I'm cordial when I go out, but like, can I sit there and say like I like everyone I come across? Absolutely not. Can I sit there and say I would invite anyone to my home? Absolutely not. It's just not happening. Okay, so when we do decide like, yo, we fuck with you, we like you, of course it could take Taurus a little while to get over it, because it's like you got past so many checkpoints, got past so many of Taurus's checkpoints that it's like, damn, like that person, place, or thing cleared all the security checkpoints, and it's like, and I still got hurt or I still got fucked over. So it could take Taurus a while to get over things like that. Not so much because of what a person, place, or thing will do to us, but because we let our guards down to let it in. Okay, so this is just something where like you're past all the bullshit. You're not feeling bad. You're not blaming yourself for letting someone through all the checkpoints. If anything, you're looking at it like, damn, like you really jumped through hoops to get through checkpoints when you weren't real about whatever, you weren't real about who you were or what you were trying to do. Like, for a Taurus, that's exhausting. So we're going to look at you and we're going to feel bad for you. All right? Because Taurus, like, we just don't have it in us to pretend. We don't have it in us to get through someone's all their checkpoints, just to get there and know that we don't like a person, place, or thing. Like, that's really fucking weird. That's weak. Like, that's, it's pathetic. It's really pathetic. And Tauruses, we're not pathetic in that way. We're not wasting that time. We're not putting on all these fake masks and shit to get by checkpoints because we don't want to get to where the security clearance is going to take us to. We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck about your checkpoints. We don't give a fuck about, like, getting close to you if we don't like you. We're not going to do it. Okay? So, like, you're not even looking at yourself as an issue. You're looking at someone like, oh, you fucking bozo. Like, you really bought all those masks. You really said all those things you didn't mean. Like, yeah, you're pathetic. Like, you had nothing better to do. You know what I'm saying? So we have the Seven of Wands. So you're standing on business here. Why is the Seven of Wands here for your future? You're standing your ground. You're standing on business. And life force energy, guys. You're really feeling yourself, Taurus. Okay, and I mean this in the best way possible. I don't mean it in a narcissistic way at all. Like, you are really, really feeling yourself. Okay, and for my chosen Tauruses, the ones that you know you're meant for something greater, the past, I want to say the past 5 to 10 years, for people, places, and things external to you, the past 5 to 10 years has been dedicated to humbling you, Taurus. Taurus, people have tried putting you in your place. People have tried taking your blueprint and saying that they can do it better, and flexing off of your ideas, and off of your energy, and off of, your vision. Like, there has been so much effort to take the Taurus down. Okay? And a lot of Tauruses were caught up for a moment. Me, myself, guys, I'm not even going to lie to you. I had 3 years that getting out of bed was the hardest thing ever. I just got out of that, like a year and a half ago? All right? And it's tough. It's tough. It's really, really tough. So I know a lot of us, we did let things affect us to a certain point. We had people play in our faces that we would have taken a bullet for them. All right? We had people laugh at us that it's like, yo, you fucking idiot. When I made it, you would have made it too. So I hope that laugh was worth it. Like, I hope that little moment of laughter was worth it. Because you may not feel it now, but in the future, now that Taurus is awake, now that Taurus remembers who they are, you're going to see Taurus build. And a lot of people, guys, got very, very comfortable with you being in your head. A lot of people got very, very comfortable with you taking a pause, with you not building. A lot of people were laughing, thinking they were running laps around you. Okay? Not realizing that Tauruses, we do very well under pressure. And especially now that you're out of such a, stagnant mindset or dark mindset, whatever it was. Like, guys, people who may have thought that they were running laps around you, now they're realizing they were just like in this little hamster cage, and they were running on this little wheel, and they were so fucking excited to be running on this little fucking wheel. But it wasn't the wheel of life. It wasn't on a grand scale. It was just a little fucking wheel in a little cage, and somebody kept running on that wheel, and they're like, oh my God, I'm the hottest shit on earth. And it's like, bitch, you haven't moved from the cage, right? You out here boasting, but you're still in that cage running in the fucking hamster wheel. All right, guys? So people are flexing on you while they're in their little hamster wheel. Okay? And Taurus has been quiet, but people don't understand that the comeback of a Taurus is crazy. People don't understand that a Taurus who wants something and a Taurus who's working towards it is going to get it. There is nothing in my life that I have wanted and I have worked for and I didn't get. I have gotten everything I've wanted in life if it was something good for me. If it's something that would have, like, really, really hurt me, God has protected me from certain things like that. But, like, guys, when a Taurus is focused, like, sit the fuck down. There's no touching a Taurus. There's just no touching a Taurus. Okay? And now that you have, you finally have all this life after, the world really, really tried to humble you and put you in your place, like, Taurus has a lot to say. Taurus has a lot they want to do. And Taurus is not going to hold back. Taurus is not going to sit here and be like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't do this in front of so-and-so because they might feel a type of way. They might feel bad. Like, no, let that bitch watch. Let that bitch feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let people feel it. Especially those that try to humble you. Those who try to put you down. Those who thought they were running laps around you while on their little hamster wheel. All right, now Taurus is going to show people what movement really looks like. Okay, but again, Taurus, you've been written off by quite a few people. Taurus has been, announced as out of the race a long time ago. And the thing is, Taurus was never trying to race against anybody. You guys were just trying to be better than you were the day before, the day prior, the year prior. Okay? And what's funny, guys, is like people were really out here just like trying to put you in your place while you were at a low, trying to compete with you while you were at a low. And what does that say? If people are bending over backwards and Taurus is not even able to get up that day, they're not even able to get out of bed, they're not able, they feel stagnant. And someone is sweating in their fucking hamster wheel. All right? Trying to prove a point. Trying to show that they're better than you, that they're smarter than you. All right? That they were right about you being out the race. All right? And Taurus has just been chilling. Do you know what kind of energy you guys need to have to literally be in like a stagnant or like hibernate, like a hibernation mode? and people are sweating their asses off trying to run laps around you, and you're not even moving. If this ain't the whole tortoise versus the hare story, then I don't know what it is. All right, the hare has been boasting rather. All right, the hare is really feeling themselves. The hare is like, look how far I've come. Look how far I ran. Look at Taurus all the way back there. But the thing with Taurus is we're not here for the instant gratification. All right? I'd rather wait 5-10 years to have everything I wanted in life to experience it for a few days and never be able to touch it again. Taurus is not here for the instant gratification. Taurus is here like, nah, when I achieve that, that's something that's going to stay in my life. That's something that's going to be maintained. That's something that'll always be there. All right? So people had their 15 minutes of fame, Taurus. People had their 15 minutes of fun. They had their 15 minutes of going in the hamster wheel and bragging to everybody that this is hamster wheel 5.0, the best on the market. You're not in a hamster wheel. You're not in a cage. All right? And because you, I feel, could have been out of the race for a little bit, Taurus, people got very comfortable. People are like, all right, Taurus is written off. No need to worry about Taurus. And they don't know that Taurus is at their front door just stretching. Just stretching. Bitch, you thought I was done? I'm just getting started. All right, and Taurus, this is the moment where you really... you really show people, look, you weren't competing with anything. I was sitting chilling. Now I'm back up. Let's do this. And what does it lead to? Life force energy and extreme happiness. Taurus, you can't be touched here. Queen of Swords reverse. There's an energy around you that put a foot in their mouth. Okay? There's an energy around you that shot itself in the foot. There's an energy around you that you see it for what it is. All right, Taurus? The way people treat you when they think you're down, believe it. Believe it. Okay? I have about 2 to 3 people in my hand that, at my lowest in these past few years, they were like, we can't wait until you remember who you are. We can't wait until you get up and fuck shit up again. All right? Those people will be taken care of for the rest of my life. All right? As long as I'm here, there's not going to be any evictions. There's not going to be any car repos. There's like, my people are solid. Solid, solid, solid. I will never forget who was there for me when I couldn't even be there for myself. Okay? So, guys, let's get some cards of advice. And let's see what Taurus can expect in the future. And guys, if this is resonating with you so far, there's links in the description below to donate, as well as my wish list if you guys want to surprise me and bless the home. And of course, guys, if you need a personal reading, it is on my website. I did change my website around a bit. So every single reading does have an emergency upgrade option. So if you need the reading within 24 hours, select that option. It'll be, depending on the reading, it'll show you how much it is with the difference of the rushed reading versus a regular one. Okay, but yeah, guys, if you need anything quickly, get the emergency upgrade. You'll get it within 24 hours. Okay. All right, Taurus. So what advice does Spirit want you to hear? We have the Chariot reverse, the 8 of Wands reverse. You guys were in a place where you felt like nothing was within your control. You felt like so much was happening. And I feel like you guys felt like you were on the outside looking in. Okay? You know what this feels like to me? Like, think of, like, you know, when we'd be in the cafeteria when we were kids, right? And think of, like, the quiet person in school. Like, that they're just sitting back. Maybe they're sitting on their own eating lunch. And they're just watching everyone, you know, just people watching and, you know, seeing the cool kids laugh in the corner and the, you know, drama kids doing their thing over there and the skateboarders doing this and, you know, the weed smokers talking about where they're getting their next, you know, their next shit, you know? But it's like you're just sitting there, like, observing and you just felt like you know, you were on the outside of everything looking in. And now Spirit's like, no, you're part of this. Like, you're back in the game. Like, you're here, Taurus. All right? But you guys, something just felt out of control for a bit, okay? We have the Emperor reversed, okay? And for a minute, you guys could have been lying to yourself, or you couldn't have, or maybe you weren't, living in your truth. Okay, maybe you were taking a step back. Maybe you were just letting life pass you by and you thought that you didn't have much say or much capability. All right, but you always did. And you got to understand that people really felt like they were thriving because you had a moment of like frozenness, stagnation, not knowing what's next, not knowing what move to make. So you just sat still. All right, and again, there's a lot of people, places, and things around you that felt like the fucking shit because you couldn't move for a moment, Taurus. All right? Not even realizing that, Taurus, when you move, it's not just you moving a hamster wheel. When you move, it's like you can watch the earth rotate on its axis. You're moving a hamster wheel. I'm moving the world. We're not the same. And now Taurus woke up, and Taurus is going to show up, and there's going to be people, at the start of the race, at that line, getting ready to run. And they're like, the biggest competitor is out. And then out of nowhere, Taurus is just like, okay, let's do this. And they're looking at their coach, and they're looking at their friends like, guys, I thought Taurus retired. I thought Taurus was out. I thought Taurus is supposed to be a loser. Taurus is not supposed to be here. Bitch, you would have thought. That's what you wanted, all right? Taurus ain't here for that. Taurus is back. And it's going to make some people sick, Taurus. Because what it could have taken some people years to do, you're just going to stretch, walking, after having some coffee, you get that shit done in a week. Taurus is not here to fucking play. Taurus is here to reclaim the throne. Taurus is at one with themselves again. Taurus got past something. Taurus woke the fuck up. Taurus remembered who they are. All right? And that is not what people wanted. And that is going to be a very tough pill to swallow because Taurus is here to take all the success. You're leaving no crumbs on the plate. Everything is coming with you. All right? So you go from feeling like you have no control over anything to just like, yo, look at what I just did. Look at what I just accomplished. All right? This is the moment where the tortoise beats the hare. All right? And the thing is, Taurus wasn't competing. Taurus didn't want to be in a race with anyone or anything else. All right? And even coming back to the game, Taurus, it's just you focusing on being better than what you were. All right? But with you focusing on yourself and knowing your power all over again, it is going to put a couple people in their place. And that's not even your intention, but it will happen. It's just the effects of what will happen. Okay? It's going to happen. And again, you guys aren't looking for that. All right? I know that I'm talking to a lot of evolved Tauruses right now. You're not looking to put someone in their place. You're not looking to make them feel bad. That's just a side effect of what you're about to do. All right? You're about to make a lot of people look in the mirror. You're about to make a lot of people wish they treated you better. All right? Guys, I don't know why this just came to me, but there's going to be groups of people arguing over you. I thought you said Taurus was this. I thought you said Taurus was that. I wrote off Taurus. Do you know how much it would have benefited me to be cool with Taurus? All right? There's a lot of people who got a narrative about you that was very negative, and they needed that narrative because they needed a reason to dislike you. They needed a reason to judge you. They needed a reason to think that you were a loser, okay? And for a while, they really felt that they had that, all right? And for a while, you may have thought that it was legit. Like, shit, maybe I am on some loser shit right now, okay? And people really, really, really needed to feel validated and not liking you. But it wasn't even you at the end of the day, Taurus. It's the fact that when you're operating from a true place, from a place where you're very determined, you're going to naturally make a lot of people question themselves and look at themselves and ask themselves, well, what the fuck have I been doing? Because look at what Taurus just accomplished. People needed a reason to dislike you. People needed a reason to be like, oh, Taurus ain't shit. Because it helped them to feel better about themselves. But you're not here to coddle anyone. You're not here to make people feel better about themselves. Like, bitch, if there's something wrong with you, look in the mirror the way that Taurus has been looking in the mirror the past few years. Do the work that Taurus has been doing in the last few years. Okay, because people have just been brushing their issues under the rug and being like, look at me passing Taurus in my hamster wheel, while Taurus was actually doing the real work. Okay, so now you're coming out and you're showing up for yourself again. And you're going to be around people that haven't done the work. And they didn't think they needed to do the work because they had the simple satisfaction of thinking that they were running laps around you in their hamster wheel. And now you're going to show them how the world will turn on its axis when you move. We have the Two of Swords reverse. And you've decided anything that made you feel inferior, anyone that tried to laugh on your name, anyone that tried to put you in your place, humble you, you're not part of that anymore. Okay? Anything that makes you uneasy or uncomfortable, even if you can't put a finger on it, you're just not going to be around it. It's funny, guys, today, because somebody asked me, they're like, would you consider yourself as someone that has, like, a lot of supportive friends, you know? And I'm just like, yeah, because I don't hang out with people that don't like me. I don't hang out with people that are weird. I don't hang out with people that I can tell they're judging me and you know, sizing me up. I don't do that. I don't do with the insecurity. People that have to talk out of term, come out of pocket, I'm not interested. So of course, even if it's one or two people, they're supportive. I don't do that weird clown shit. I don't. All right? I don't have it in me to go out of my way to try to put a person down, because that only says something about you. Like, that's embarrassing. People that go out of their way, like, if someone's like so unbothered, someone's not bothering them and they're going out of their way to try to put you in your place, like, bitch, you that concerned about me? Like, are you that insecure? Are you that insecure that you feel the need to say something or do something to make yourself feel bigger? Like, Taurus already wins. They already went out of the way to do that for you, Taurus. You win. All right? So it's funny. All right? And there's going to be something, Taurus, that you're about to find out, or that you may have just found out, and it makes you feel so whole. It makes you feel like a chapter is done. Like, Taurus, you're not questioning yourself anymore. All right? You went through the bullshit because there was something very chaotic around you, and there was something that had you in your head. And you're still standing. Despite all that, you're still standing. All right? And now you're going back to you, but in such a more powerful way. All right? And guys, again, the tortoise beats the hare at the end. Okay? The tortoise beats the hare at the end. All right? So let people be proud of the little cute little tink tink hamster wheel. Let them be proud of that little hamster wheel. It took so much to build that cute little tiny hamster wheel and put it in that little cage that they called life. All right? Now watch, or let the world watch how the world turns when you work. All right? Guys, I love you so much. Until next time, Taurus.